ESPN 93.5.
All right, very happy to welcome Jim Goss. We've had Jim on many times for county board stuff. Sophia Hortin is here as well. They're with Clearview Farm today, representing the Atkins Group. This is a newest farm concept. You have how many crops, Jimmy, did you say?
We're going to have 18 crops planted, plus then we're going to plant a bunch of cover crops on top of
So
that.
I don't know what that means. Jim Goss is going with a little hand shovel, and you're doing it all yourself is what I understand.
Okay.
And you're watering with a water bucket and everything, no?
No, we count on Mother Nature for water.
There you go.
So you're doing sunflowers, obviously, right?
Yeah, after last year's sunflowers at Stone Creek, Spencer Atkins came into my office last September and said, hey, here's a concept I'm thinking about. Would you do a color wheel of plant colors around the loop at Clearview?
Huh.
And I said, well, it's not quite that easy, but we can try. That started off what has turned into Clearview Farm, which is a regenerative agriculture farm, and it's really a demonstration farm.
Sophia, tell me about it. I mean, sunflowers are big and pretty, right?
They're beautiful, and they're just starting to open up the first flowers this week. So we're anticipating a full bloom of a 25-acre sunflower field with sunflower maze by the end of this week or early next week.
Okay, so what do I do with that? Do I take pictures? Can I Larry Canfor it?
Yeah, you can Larry Canfor it. And that's what people did last year. I mean, the overwhelming response that we got from the community, we were seeing pictures on Instagram, Facebook, people sending us handwritten thank you notes for doing it.
Really?
You know, last year was the pandemic, and so
Right,
people needed a reason to get out.
Yeah. So how tall is the sunflower, your sunflower?
Well, some of them are my height.
Can I post it? I can't post it up. I can't basketball
you can post it up. They're not that strong.
Okay, very good. So, and what does that produce? Is it my sunflowers that I get to store? And what kind of, is it for birds, Sophia? What are these sunflowers?
The sunflower varieties that we planted are a black oil sunflower. So those are the kinds that you use for bird seed, and birds like cardinals and finches really like the black oil sunflower seed because the seed coat is softer and easy to crack open.
Can I buy this? Because I feed the birds and I love the cardinals. I really, both ways. I like the baseball team and the cardinal bird. So how do I get your seed?
Well, they won't be available until towards the end of the year, but we'll have an online store with a local company. And so when we get closer, we can promote that.
Yeah, let me know, because I will buy bags of that because I love the sunflowers.
Yeah,
they love it.
Yeah, our website will have everything. It's clearview-farm.com. And so we've got a bunch of interactive stuff there, a map of the entire farm, interactive things for kids. And, yeah, I mean, we're obviously on all social media channels.
It's out by the High School of St. Thomas More.
That's correct. It's just south of St. Thomas.
And you're welcoming me to go with my camera, or my iPhone as it is, and go out and I'll take an amazing looking. Okay, so where do I park? What do I do? How do I know?
There's parking along one side of the street out at the farm. The entire farm essentially has a road that goes through it that's a giant loop. So you can walk or drive through the farm. There's walking trails out there, and then there's parking along one side of the street.
Okay, so we're friendly and plenty of room. I mean, you got a lot of room out there. How many acres do you have out there?
There's a total, Clearview Farm is total 140 acres. So
it's all
that doesn't sound like much to most people.
It's a lot of acres, yeah.
Remember, 1 acre is about the size of a football field.
Yeah, wow.
So, yeah, there's a lot there. And, I mean, we've got crops like sweet corn, popcorn. We've already harvested our wheat and triticale. We've got white corn. We've got oats and red clover. We've got the only acre, we believe, in the Midwest of quinoa.
Quinoa. That's healthy rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know about quinoa. You got to prepare that with boiling water and stuff. My kids love that. So.
Well, Jim, when you mentioned the color wheel, does that mean there's colorful sunflowers out there? I know we usually think of them with the yellow petals.
No, the color wheel actually was with different crops. So our first yellow crop that came out was canola, and then we had purple flowers with flax seed. So we've got flax. Now those flowers are gone because those crops are closer to harvest than they are flower.
Okay.
We'll plant here as soon as we can right now buckwheat, which will have a beautiful white flower, and obviously sunflowers are the yellow. They're going to look like sunflowers.
How do you harvest 18 different? I mean, the different times and all that, right? I planted a tomato plant, one of the first federal ones.
Yeah.
I have a tomato growing. and I'm kind of jacked up. Of course, I forgot all about it, but the rain was enough.
Exactly.
So I'm going, woohoo.
That's
You got
how I do it, too,
18
Steve.
different. I mean, quinoa is like the Progressive commercial. Joaquin, they're trying to pronounce it. Hilarious. So how do you do that, and how do you time all of that?
Well, I mean, it's been a challenge. Early on, we met with folks, and I got Parkland College is helping us out this year with
educational stuff,
planting, some harvest. Sometimes we're just calling local farmers or custom harvesters to come in and harvest for us. But things like quinoa, there isn't a mechanical. So we're going to have CU quinoa days where you can come out and get your own quinoa, but you get to harvest it.
Sophia, have you ever harvested quinoa?
I have not. In fact, 80% of the world's quinoa is grown in the mountainous areas of Bolivia and Peru.
Really?
So it's not something we see a lot of around
We
here.
can be rich, Jimmy. We can plant a lot of quinoa.
Like it.
Does it grow well here?
You know, it looks pretty good. Get on our social media stuff and see.
Okay.
It's actually producing seed heads, which honestly, some of these crops that I planned a year ago almost, or I guess 10 months ago, I had no idea whether they would work in Illinois. And that's part of the fascination.
Fun.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what, honestly, that's what we wanted to get out of it was some fun. We're trying to learn some things. We're trying to figure out how to sequester more carbon. So we're doing a lot of scientific stuff, but colors and flowers and pictures, and get out there and see it all.
A shout out to Parkland's program. I know they have the CARES Act and they're able to chip in $1,500 to people coming up this fall. They're going to be in person. I was talking with Gerald Leidy and Mr. Mitzstoffer out there about what's happening at Parkland with that ag program, and it is fabulous to see the moving and shaking in that department. Where do you go to school, Sophia?
I'm a student at the University of Illinois.
Okay, great.
I just can tell the quality of the help you have this year, Jimmy. I just shocked she's still with you. How long are you staying with Jim Goss in this whole area? How long will you be with an intern here?
I started with Jim in January, and I'll be there at least through the end of the summer.
And you've learned a lot about the whole farm thing, huh?
I sure have.
What is your major?
I'm studying agricultural leadership, education, and communications.
Future star, Jimmy.
Rock star.
Already
a rock star.
Clearview Farms is on Facebook, and what other social medias?
Instagram, Twitter.
That's because Sophia's in the room, because you wouldn't have a clue how to do all that stuff. Because I get lost after Facebook censors me, okay? All right, so if you want to learn more, Clearview Farms, all the social media, Sophia Hortin, Jimmy Goss, thanks for coming in. Great to see you.
And once again, the website?
Clearview-farm.com.
Yeah, some good pictures.
Excellent.
Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny. Sunny with a sunflower, man.
I mean, I think they'll kick off sort of this weekend, and then they're good for 2 to 3 weeks. So you'll have opportunities if you're on vacation or if you're going to be gone. There are going to be opportunities to get out there.
Awesome.
Gotcha. Jimmy Goss, thank you, my friend. Sophia, nice to meet you. Good luck to you.
Thanks for having us.
Our pleasure. ESPN 93.5 at 8:14.
You have money laying all